Once upon a time, hidden deep within an overgrown park, at the edge of a quiet town, there stood a carousel. Its paint was chipped, its horses frozen mid-gallop. An ivy crept along its base. By day, it was an abandoned relic, forgotten by the world. But by night, when the moonlight touched its surface, it came to life. For as long as she could remember, Clara had been drawn to the carousel. The townspeople told her it was haunted. That strange laughter and music echoed from it after dark. But Clara, with her wide eyes and fearless heart, wasn't scared. She was curious. One evening, with the town asleep and the moon high in the sky, Clara slipped away from her home and ventured into the park. The carousel stood waiting, bathed in silver light. As she approached, the air grew still and a soft melody began to play. A tune both wistful and warm. Clara placed her hand on one of the horses, its wooden surface cool and smooth. The carousel shuddered, and to her amazement, the horse turned its head to look at her. "Are you here to ride?" it asked, its voice gentle. Clara nodded, too stunned to speak. She climbed onto the horse's back, and the carousel began to spin. But this was no ordinary ride. As the world blurred around her, Clara found herself transported to a memory, not her own, but one that belonged to the carousel. She saw a young boy laughing as he rode, his father cheering him on from the side. The boy's joy was infectious, filling Clara with warmth. The scene faded, and another took its place. A young couple holding hands as they rode side by side, their love glowing brighter than the moonlight. Memory after memory unfolded. Birthdays, reunions, stolen moments of happiness. Each one left Clara feeling both elated and wistful, as though she were holding a treasure too precious to keep. When the carousel finally slowed to a stop, Clara stepped down, her heart full. "Why do you show these to me?" she asked the horse. "To remember," it replied simply. "Every ride tells a story, and every story deserves to be kept alive." Clara looked at the carousel, its worn exterior now shimmering faintly. She realized that it wasn't haunted, it was forgotten. And memories, like carousels, needed someone to keep them spinning. From that night on, Clara visited the carousel often, bringing friends and family to see it. She told them its stories, keeping its magic alive. Slowly, townspeople returned to the park, and laughter once again echoed through the trees. The carousel, once abandoned, now stood as a beacon of joy, a reminder that even the most forgotten things can be remembered. Memories are treasures that live on when we share them, reminding us of the beauty in moments big and small. The end.